Dire's turn. What's Radiant's ban plan anyway? Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Just who will die? Dire should pick them. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's turn to pick.
Beastmaster.
It's Dire's turn to pick.
Shadow Demon.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's pick.
Lion.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. What's Radiant's ban plan anyway?
Red Rider!
Just who will die? 10 seconds. It's Radiant's turn to ban. It's Dire's turn. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. It's Radiant's pick. Ten seconds. Dire should pick now.
Phantom Assassin.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
Imber spirit.
You can choose now, if you're able. Prepare for battle.
You can start, as always.
Yeah, you know.
So yesterday,
yesterday, I was chopping some trees down. It was, divination through reading the rings in the trees. All right, sure. Sorry.
Wish I'd learned.
Let's get started.
Even a
Game
master
number 2 here.
falters.
I'll get into the story. Teams are running at it. I don't have time.
he was lying. They're very close, but you know, they're not that close. We still had like 20 seconds.
The stories are just getting tired, I think. Maybe.
Our predictions
30
are gonna
seconds.
be, I'm a bit favoring
I'm going T1.
TNC. TNC for me, you know, just to be the prediction king at the end of the day. I like this PA. I don't think Batrider has any hard matchups here. Once he goes in with the lasso, there's like only possibly a Beastmaster Roar. Also Cuckoo, interesting build on him, starting with the Belt of Giant Strength, a branch, and a set of tangos.
Now they're
Okay,
back.
Jax, battle started.
Why
Keep an
not?
eye out for an easy mark.
With the slow stun comes in on the Oracle. You got Finn trying to run, Rate Fire Blast, Jackie for the first blood, but instead will be picked up by Zephyr. Zephyr gets first blood on Teddy. You saw this Lion. We walked into the room and you were like, Lion? I like Lion. I think he's a good hero. I know
We might see more of a Lion, considering how all the spirits are popular. So you want to see a Hex, especially like the Storm Spirit, a lot of these maneuverable heroes, Puck especially. Like you want to have that instant initiation. So much value from the Hex. Fabby TP'd back to the bottom lane, needs to be careful. If he dies again, his game is just completely ruined.
Yeah, so we'll see if they play aggressive on this Oracle. Talking about matchups, though, I want to talk Carl, because we see this Ember a lot, and we usually say that Ember's pretty stable no matter what in the mid lane. Is that still the case up against the Batrider?
Batrider just pretty much kills everything. I've seen Batrider completely dominating the matchups. You need to be careful. He already has 5 napalm charges, saving a point. You know, if Batrider decides to dive the tower, searing chains, something he needs to be careful about. Also, loving the build on a Batrider, Null Talisman instead of the Sage's Mask. That's more like Sedge Mask. I'm not sure. I think it was V who started doing it, and other players are copying it. Right. You don't get any stat from that. Like, it's just straight up mana regen. Like, you get more value from the Null Talisman because you get some intelligence, you get some strength. So, you know, extra, easier to last hit, to get some damage.
Well, back and forth between Crystal Maiden there and the Shadow Demon.
You took off your glasses and then you're trying to figure out what hero that is. Good job, VCOP. Like, I'm really amazed.
They were really... I had to clean them off. And then I can't just stop doing, you know...
Alright, for the next time, you know, you just check the lane before you take them off, see what heroes they are, then you take them off, clean them, keep talking. But that's just me, you know, I'm trying to keep things simple. Bottom lane, Beastmaster, a lot of slow, but yeah, not enough. This is not the CM plus Phantom Assassin that we've seen in the previous game from T1. There's slow, there's a bit more burst damage from the Oracle once he hits level 3.
I think there's also a lot more opportunity to have your aggression go poor because of the Beastmaster as well. You know, you've got stun that's going to come from the Lion, the slow's coming from the Boar. Beastmaster could take advantage of that. Like, it's not as easy to go in as it was in the last game for Jackie and White Mountain. Right?
They're going on Lion. Needs to be careful. Hex available, but there's a ton of Magic Wand charges. Just love that build on Lion. I mean, just in general on heroes.
Gets blocked by Jackie, and First Blood team's getting the first kill here. Now they're looking for the Wraith King, but don't have the damage on Jack.
Interesting build on Wraith King.
Right clicks on a Zephyr, needs one more, and he's got the distance closer.
So Jackie gets a second point in Wraith Fire Blast. I think 1 point is enough.
Even a
Better how many, I guess he wants to use Crystal Maiden Aura that they don't have.
Level 2. So just the Frostbite and the Crystal Nova so far.
Yeah, it's standard on Crystal Maiden, but 2 points in Wraith Fire Blast doesn't seem that good. Like, you have 4-second critical strike, so you should use that. Like, 1-1-1 is much better. 1-0-2 also feels better to me. So, yeah, still no point in Mortal Strike. Black and me were having a discussion coming to the office today, like, why do Wraith Kings do that? So, having that extra point with the Mortal Strike, you lifesteal off that. That's sustain, that's damage.
Even a master falters.
So no Aegis yet, just going the 2-2-0 build. So very different build from the Wraith King. Academy so far 17-8, not popping off in this lane as much as we saw Jack.
Oh, please.
5 sticks.
Chain still chasing, level 5, but Napalm's starting to stack up, and eventually he'll give up on that chase on Carl. I say that, but Carl kind of hints at going back for a second.
Great move from Armel, completely zoning him out and securing Bounty Rune, which will refill his bottle. And TNC, they want to get to top. also runes.
Tribute with the Wraithfire Blast going in into KP. Ooh, just surviving, and that's that off-lane bottle that's keeping him alive so far. And he'll fill up that bottle with the bounty ring.
So yeah, is that 1, 2, 3 bounties there for TNC? Zephyr needs to be careful. You know, he misuses one of his spells. They are gonna go on him because there is no counterplay. Just some right clicks and the slow from the Beastmaster. Carl, level 5. Armel, as expected, having an upper hand in this matchup. 31 CS, level 6. Going straight into Boots of Travel, which I really like. I think the build here is Boots of Travel, into BKB, into Blink Octarine Core. Just BKB is kind of a must-have. They have one BKB piercing ability, which is Primal Roar.
Double stun, but the Fortune Zen keeps him close. Another Stifling Dagger onto the Lion. Purifying Flames. Do they have the extra damage with another Purifying Flames? Yes, they do.
Is Dire
Will
going
be
to let
Febby
that
who
middle
gets the
tower
kill
fall?
eventually on the Zephyr. 3-1 here for TNC. Beastmaster building into the Necro Book. We've seen this a lot. We've seen a bit too of just straight Necro 3 no boots.
Most of the time that is. Just want to get that vision advantage, try to devour as soon as possible. Carl in a bit of a trouble, but it has that Fire Remnant to fall back to if he feels threatened. Uses it straight away. So yeah, Raid King, 6 minutes in, not a single point in Immortal Strike yet. There we go.
2-3-1. So I guess he feels pretty safe. Stun comes out onto the Phantom Assassin. They've got the Hex. Do they have the damage? The Hex runs out, but Gabby's life does too. So Zephyr and Cuckoo combine to get a kill on the Phantom Assassin. And speaking back on the Wraith King, he didn't hold that point. He immediately goes into the passive. That he must feel really comfortable to not hold that point for the reincarnation, right?
They have Observer Board right in front of him, so he just goes back if they decide to dive. And right now, I think, you know, it's pretty safe for him to be in the lane, saving a point. Also, just farm the jungle bottom lane. Cuckoo is level 6, so I would expect them to try to make an aggressive move. Lion only level 4, no points in mana drain yet. Has mana regen coming up from Arcane Aura, so I guess that's why. And also has a magic stick. You know, PA will be spamming those daggers, so there will be enough mana regeneration, which I really like. Like, Lion's Hex level 1 is 30-second cooldown ability.
Oracle, and now Jack is actually rotated. They go to the Primal Roar onto the Phantom Assassin. They change their target. Tries to get some distance. The disruption onto Jackie, but the right clicks Tim's in so much trouble. Cuckoo's got 2, potentially 3. Gabby hit with the Wraithfire Blast. Jackie rips through him, but the final blow is Cuckoo's as he's got a triple kill on this Beastmaster.
They needed Batrider to TP. His TP was on cooldown, just came ready.
If you're looking for Radiant's bottom tower,
That would be pretty big. Like, if Batrider was able to TP down, I think they can turn the whole thing around. There's no roar, couple of slows, a great rotation from Jackie, actually. You know,
Yeah.
he feels, I don't want to be on the top anymore. Goes back to the bottom lane, puts another point in reincarnation as well, something we don't see very often. Mars Arena.
Slow, but Whitemon.
Oh, that extra armor actually keeping him alive.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower
Stays
is
nearby, but keeps KP under the tower.
Not a good trade.
Radiant shaped rock.
Now Jackie, Incarnation, he threw the stun.
Even a
With the
master.
help from Zephyr, turning this and now looking to just take Armel's life instead. Ooh, that was close too. Almost caught him without mana for a split second for that reincarnation, but well, Jackie was ready with the charges on the wand.
T1 has like aggressive supports compared to TNC. Both supports are kind of defensive. Shadow Demon can make some aggressive moves, but he's only level 4, trying to get himself the level closer, at least to level 6 at the bottom lane. Batrider has Boots of Travel ready, trying to find something. He needs to be the one making the move for the team. Him and Mars Their job is to keep them busy until TA farms. Maybe. Both supports very underleveled.
Yeah, and they're struggling quite a bit. You know who's not struggling? Cuckoo. He's dominating. Lion. Also Lion. T1. He's not struggling. Oh, I say that because they made it bottom of the net.
They can see the ancient stack. I don't think they can farm it. They don't have the heroes to do it, but they can take control of it. So Batrider comes in.
And this is a tough spot.
4-man rotation from T1.
Something out of this.
Batrider actually helped them.
And might be able to take
They're available.
Stun and Fortune's and Primal Roar. But they've got the spear. They'll latch up White Mom. They get the kill on the Crystal Maiden. T1 just kind of leave. They do have level 6 now for Febby. False Promise available for the Oracle.
Both supports will be level 6. Thames just needs 1 CS, so they will have that Purge. Great against the Ember Spirit Shield, and just the slow in general works really, really well. Cuckoo working towards the Book 3. No boots, as we already said. A kind of a standard build on Beastmaster these days.
Even a master falters.
Once they finish that, they can go and try maybe put some pressure on a mid tower.
Mel, he's gotten some space up towards top. You wanted to see him be more active. Right now, he's pushing a tier 1 tower. He's got boost travel, trying to get to that blink dagger. When he gets that, obviously they'll have that initiation. They don't necessarily need it if they can start with, like, say, disruption or an arena spear.
I would prefer if he gets a BKB
instead of the blink dagger.
Instead of a blink, yeah. You can still run away. You're speedy enough with the boost of travel and Firefly to get the good initiation. Their heroes are pretty slow.
Middle tower full? Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to full. Can't say he's wrong.
Mel gets bothered by Carl for a moment. Meanwhile, you've got Jackie leading the network. He's in a good position right now. Royal Jelly picked up by the Batrider.
Late Jelly. Like, there's a big difference when you find Jelly 7 minutes in and 12 and a half minutes in.
Middle tower.
Will consume the Jelly.
Radiant
Dire
structures
does
are
not get
fortified.
one. Venom Assassin, Batrider, both enjoying the fine tastes of some Royal Jelly. Do bees left between?
Do Radiant want their middle tower? Dire's top
That's how you make the Royal Jelly?
A Royal Jelly is just the jelly that is fed to Bee Queen.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bee Queen, Bee Cop. I'm part of the
Yeah, you're there. Bee King.
I'm the Secret Service for the Bee Queen, Bee Cop, or Bee King.
Stealing the stacks?
Trying to at least. They've got the Hex out of the Mars, although Ember left. So they'll leave this Beastmaster by himself. Cuckoo's spree goes to Armel. It looked like they wanted to fight initially.
And then they realized whole team is there. If we roar, there's going to be either false promise or a disruption. It's very hard for T1 to, just isolate a single target if both supports from TNC are standing behind.
So they need to find a way to take up these supports before they can fight.
Sure, like if they get a good initiation, burst damage, they should have a better vision. On top of that, with the Beastmaster, Hawk and Necrobook is there.
Hawk going through to the Radiant side, but TNC, they're setting up towards the top end of the map. They've left the Shadow Demon bottom. He's taking an open lane so far to get some farm. He's sitting top of the supports. King of the peasants, I guess, when you're top of the supports.
You can call them that, sure.
At least that's the way the carry would explain.
So Batrider has a Blink Dagger, Lasso available in 40. Wraith King, man. Wraith King as a hero just feels so strong right now. He's always going to get his farm.
Right.
If he's forced out of the lane, just go to the jungle. If you're doing good, go to the jungle. Feels like jungle is the place to be.
Dire with the scan.
Not a truly dedicated jungler these days, but, it's as close as it gets at
tower
times.
is under attack.
This
Radiant
bottom
structures
tower is
are
just gonna
fortified.
fall, and they can take outpost 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower has some radiant shape.
Skeletons leading the way. They go for the tier 2 tower. 400 health remaining. Not long for this world. Jackie soaking up a bunch of that damage, and with that tower, they'll get the outpost, but also the Wraith King will get a Radiance. It's nice. He's got, you know, the gloves of haste. He's got the Radiance.
It's a big timing for them. Necro 3, you have Wraith King with the Radiance, so you feel pretty strong. You would want to take a fight. Right now, TNC just feels a bit weaker at the moment, so for now, just dodging the fights if possible. Better with Boots of Travel, playing the opposite side of the map, so does Phantom Assassin with her new Battle Fury, working towards power treads, and I see Deso instead of a BKB, which I think is a correct play here. You have 2 defensive supports, so you don't have to invest into BKB straight away. Might change his mind, see how the game's gonna go. Double damage. This might be a Roche for T1.
Depends how it gets played out. There's still a lot of good team fight here from TNC. Spot like the Roche pit. I'm interested to see how T1 want to take it, because I would assume that they would feel obviously a lot.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
But a smoke from TNC. They don't have Blink Dagger on the Mars, so no Blink Arena, and I believe the smoke was broken. KP, not sure if he spotted there. Blink as well as the last one coming out with the Wraith King. Pop that arena. There's the arena coming through. Remnants back and forth. Jackie, though, here with the disruption going after the Ember Spirit. They've got Febby here to try and save quite a bit. Spirit Chain locking up this Mars, fainting that finger. They've got the freezing field from Whitemon. They'll get the kill on a Febby, and that means it's open for business. It's hunting season for the side of T1. They'll go for the rest. They take out Tim's, and KP will drop when the false promise is over. When you take out those supports, well, season's open, and T1 go a-hunting.
Interesting arena from Mars, and then following up with the disruption. I guess he thought they don't have damage, but the whole arena time was pretty much used in that fight. Not sure was Spear available, because he did not spear it.
He did have Spear available, never throws it, gets stunned, then hexed. Doesn't really have the opportunity to do it, and Phantom Assassin just doesn't want to commit to this fight.
She still feels like I jump in, out of the position, I might die.
Right.
So they know Raven doesn't have ulti for another 2.5 minutes. Should try to make another move. Maybe, like, idea is fine if he gets the spear off. I think they have enough damage to actually kill Wraith King, but he got hexed, and the whole plan kind of backfired.
Is Dire going to let that
Yeah,
middle
2 minutes
tower
here
fall?
until reincarnation is up. But if you're not confident in a fight like that, do you feel comfortable? Obviously, you got the kickoff, but are you going to feel comfortable going for the Wraith King again? Because you got the first life pretty quickly, but
Yeah, you did.
Is
But
Dire going to let that middle tower
BKBs
fall?
need to be online.
yeah.
So Batrider building 1, Phantom Assassin. It's like, okay, if the previous fight went their way, pretty sure
go
Phantom
Deso.
Assassin would just get go Deso, exactly. Another lasso.
Lasso on the Ember. Spear. Quick kill on the Carl. Whitemon
Back into the
long
arena.
area.
Nice bounce. That was such a nice done by Armel.
Dire's bottom tower, Jax.
Flame break. Back into the arena. This should be a tower. 3k gold lead. Man, Southeast Asian Dota is wild. You know, one team is just ahead, then the other team takes over, bouncing back. What's Lion building? He's going straight into Etherlands, no points in mana drain, which I really like. You know, you have all that mana, so you want to use that Hex. Duration 4 seconds, cooldown 12. With the cast range, you also have mana coming up from the aura, so you don't need that mana drain.
Radiant's middle tower is
Hasn't
under
used finger once yet. He's held it, fainted it a couple times. He's pointed. He hasn't gotten, gotten fully through with it. Like you said, it's tough though.
He doesn't like pointing fingers at others, you know. It's your
Dire
fault,
don't look
finger.
too scared of Radiant's top tower.
Kills Phantom Assassin.
Behold, a subtle burn.
3K for T1, but like you said, back and forth, Southeast Asia, always like that. It's so fun. I don't know. I'm on that hype train right now.
I
don't think I'm ever getting
that. Radiants are scanning for
All aboard that train. Phantom Assassin still 2k gold behind the Raid King.
Flame break.
Good flame break. Lasso not available, but yeah, this should be a secure kill.
Gabby finishes him off with Stifling Dagger. That's fine. Gabby re-queues the Deso. Still an option when you go first item, Mithril Hammer. Well, it's always an option.
He's deciding, you know, let's check what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We get the pick off. I get money for a Deso, use a courier, we turn that into Roche. So that's why you start with the Mithril Hammer on a Phantom Assassin.
Dire's middle tower is under.
Team talent. The Wraith King, 12 strength. Going into an AC. AC after the Radiance and picks up the Hyperstone.
Dire just fortified.
Okay.
Down with that. Just tanking up
Radiant's middle tower
the
is
whole
under
team with the AC.
Dire's top tower
Batrider
is under
very
attack.
close to finishing the BKB. Phantom Assassin just finished hers. D1, they're close. Very close to Roshan, Lincoln Sphere on Ember Spirit, so they need to be very careful how they're going to initiate the next fight.
I was just about to ask, do you like that after the Maelstrom, that defensive item?
It's okay, yeah. Against the Batrider, you want to have something defensive. There is a low cooldown ability that can actually proc it.
Fire blast going after Gabby. And now the spear that connects on a Carl.
There's the finger.
There's the finger taking out Bebby. No longer a save available with the false promise. But he does have buyback if necessary. TNC thinking, do we still go in? Hit by the tier 2 tower. Clean up the creeps. T1 they could back up towards Roche. That's where Jackie's going in. And let's see if they can take this. Only 10 seconds till the Oracle is back up, and this Roche is not fast.
No arena for 40. That's their big team fight ulti, but still feels like they want to take a fight. Too fresh. 10-second BKBs. If they get a good jump, let's say on a Cuckoo, that's kind of a perfect target. Whitemon, he might just straight up die.
Might sacrifice his life for the greater good, and that was running up those steps and getting the smoke broken. However, now he runs away from the fight. Got themselves right on top of Gabby. There's the save. Gets the kill onto this Phantom Assassin. There's no save ready to go. They've got the last one on Cuckoo, but it's not going to be enough. The fortunes ever took him as well as Carl. Now the false promise. Maybe uses it on himself. So they'll lock him down. They'll do some damage. So after the false promise, he doesn't end up living. They're also looking over at Tim because they know that Baby's did her right. They get the kill onto the Shadow Demon. They'll look over at the Mars who's trying to run. Oh, slowed down for a second. Necro Creep's trying to catch up with that poor Cuckoo. He's got a salve, so he's still looking to fight. He slowed up before it hit him, so this is a problem. Arena Heck and the kill. Oh, the stun. Can they get him? It's waiting until the Arena's gone.
He got the Blink
And there it
Dagger,
is.
so that's what matters. It should be a free Roche for T1. A bit disconnected how they initiated this fight. First, they don't kill off Crystal Maiden. Then they use Disruption on the Brave King. 10-second BKB duration popped by a Batrider trying to chase Brave King. They don't even get it. Using Disruption on Brave King is fine. So you get that Radiance, a bit more damage in the team fight. But your Oracle needs to be able to save Phantom Assassin. Also, Phantom Assassin needs to be very careful about how she's using the Phantom Strike. Has that cast range talent. Last time I checked, Oracle doesn't have one. So, you know, false promise, you need to be very close level 1 to use it.
Yeah, it is tough with such a short available cast range. Gabby, though, goes to the BKB, so commits to it. Instead of that Deso, but does have the first Mithril Hammer going for the Deso. Still trying to keep up with both the Ember as well as the Wraith King. As Wraith King just the plate mail away from the AC.
Brave King is just an insanely good farmer. So far, 0 deaths on Jackie, having pretty much a perfect game. Staying on top of the network, involved in half of the kills,
Radiants are scanning for enemies.
doing his job, getting the levels. Once you get to that level 18, reincarnation is 40 seconds, so you can pretty much fight all the time with the team.
Up top with Gabby. They're away from this quite a bit. Cleaning up these creeps and then moving over towards bottom is Carl. He's trying to get himself an axe. 1,500 gold away from that. And a 6k
Radiant
lead
want
for
their middle tower
T1 at the
to
moment.
Let's go.
To lock down these bounty runes. One for each team so far.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And a second for Febby. And Jackie will make it two apiece. Okay.
Do Radiant want their middle tower?
He's waiting for somebody to maybe go after this Wraith King. Jackie just continuing to farm up, and we'll have the plate mail.
Radiant's courier
Just a
has been
little bit
killed.
of gold.
I know you wanted to kill it, Jix.
After that
You
bad
don't
fight
get to.
when they initiated on Wraith King, didn't kill him the second time. TNC kind of just playing a slow game.
Yeah.
Batrider split pushing, Phantom Assassin trying to get the farm on the map, get herself closer to level 20 and the Desolator, so that's gonna be where the damage is gonna come from. They need to be able to get in and out of the fight with the lineup like this. Multiple saves, Oracle's False Promise, Edict, Disruptions,
And here's a fortification
Blink
from Radiant.
in and out. They can't really fully commit into 5-on-5 right now.
Do Radiant
There's
want their
Reincarnation,
middle
level
tower to
3, Aegis on Ember Spirit, so you're basically playing 5
And
versus
over
7.
here, Radiant's top tower. Hello.
So in a really tough spot next for the Wraith King is the Abyssal Blade. It just seems like the death from 1,000 cuts for TNC at the moment
Radiant's
with
top
how
tower has
the
fallen.
pace is. And there's a smoke from T1, so they'll cross through mid. And Barnes actually just blinked both, so he's in a lot of trouble. Got the neck, they'll have the Hex. There's the remnant forward from Carl, now dominating. Quick little kill on KP. Carl does have that Ags
Radiant's middle tower
to
is
work
under attack.
with.
T1 is just getting so much out of the map right
Radiant's
now,
middle
getting a
tower
pick off
has
here and there, controlling most of the
Look at
map
Dire's bottom
with the
tower,
boars, with the hawk. So TNC very limited where they can fight. The roar available, but does not want to pop it straight away. He saw Oracle. He's like, nah, I'm bailing.
Yeah, but there's the Wraith Fire Blast on a Febby, and he will false promise himself. That opens up Gabby as a target, or even Armel. Gabby's going to try and get away. The BKB's been popped by the Batrider.
Roar still available. Yeah, Batrider's also gonna die if he gets caught.
Yeah, Primal Roar comes in, BKB is done, and so is the life of Armel.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Really well done there by T1 again. Methodical about how they're approaching this. They see the Oracle, they don't force anything.
And while all this is happening, you have Ember Spirit in your base with the double damage to come with the 3 tower.
Zephyr, Sleight of Fist coming through. Gabby popping the BKB. Whoa. So he'll pop it, and that's his 10-second BKB now down for another minute while they're sieging your high ground.
This is just set of barracks. AC against the buildings, minus armor,
Radiant's middle
Beastmaster
barracks.
aura.
They're gonna go bottom.
They're actually gonna go bottom.
Radiant's middle barracks
Yeah, I'm not
under attack.
surprised.
If they lose this fight, they might call the game. There's no tier 2s available.
Jax thinks
Wraith King
Radiant's bottom
needs to
tower
be
is
careful a bit.
Getting really, okay. Getting really low. He'll lose that first life. Now down for 35 seconds. That backs him off enough, but
It's a 40-second cooldown ulti.
lose melee racks mid though. TNC, what are their outs right now?
I see Divine Rapier on PA. That's your way out, or way in, whatever you want to call it. You need to a farm for another like 3-4 minutes to be able to get it. Your farm is very limited at the moment. Cloak of Flames. Yeah. Ember Spirit with the Cloak of Flames feels really good.
Yeah.
On top of the Radiance, just overtime damage coming out from these items and abilities is insane. Phantom Assassin finds Orb of Destruction, so decides to keep that one instead of some status resistance, damage, and magic resist coming off the Titan Sliver. She can't get out of the base. It's very tough for TNC to find any farm on the map. One observer ward outside the
Dire
base,
scanning
and that's
friends.
pretty much it.
Yeah, you know, you're trying to farm that Divine Rapier, but when you can't really leave your base to get that gold, it becomes a struggle. Remnant's forward, Searing Chains, axes in from the Beastmaster. Carl with another kill, he's unstoppable.
If your Mars Dar's like that, you need to be able to get some farm on your Phantom Assassin. Like, they just show 2-3 heroes, but they also have an outpost to TP to, so that's a bit tricky.
Armel with BKB pop, but that's, again, just a defensive BKB to survive. It really is starting to all come up Millhouse right now for T1.
This'll come in handy.
I'm starting to question where the answers are, and obviously that's in the Divine Rapier, but we keep seeing every time they try to sneak out and farm a little bit, they get punished.
Gold given.
Phantom Assassin's going to try and get something here. Has to be protected by the entire team just to get a couple of creeps. It's a really bad situation to be in. Minimum Roche respawn timer will
50
be
seconds?
50 more seconds, yeah.
Yeah, so T1 will take that one. I'm not sure if TNC can contest it. They lose a fight, they lose a game inside of it. Playing into G's and Aegis is just tricky, so try to farm up that Divine Rapier and Phantom Assassin. Also, interesting choice of the talent, going for 35% core evasion, so that gets her to 80. Against Beastmaster, Summons, and the Boar, it's okay, but Raid King will eventually, like, that's normally his item build when he's playing into Phantom Assassin, get that MKB so you can land those hits. So would still prefer if he gets the minus armor corruption.
Yeah, and you can see he's already building the MKB. So has enough now for the Sacred Relic, or well, 20 gold off of it. This is Divine Watch 2021. We wait to see if Gabby can get there. He needs 2,000 more gold. We're reporting it. T1, they've been pretty much okay with just using this time, farming up these next items, securing their lockdown on this game. Grabbing an Aeon Disc, potentially on the Crystal Maiden next. Ember going into the Shivas, has that Linken's Ags, BKB Maelstrom. BKB ready to go at 10 seconds. AC for the Beastmaster.
Second one, and just get multiple ACs, minus 10 armor, just getting it doesn't stack, but yeah, he needs to change his item build.
There it is. Switches to. Was wondering there for a second if he was actually going to buy out on that. But the patience here from T1 definitely gives PA a chance, especially if she gets to the Divine Rapier.
I wouldn't call it patience, it's more them being cautious about how they approach sieging the tier 3 towers, where one lasso into tier 4s could make a lot of a difference. You pop a glyph, the split shot, on all the heroes trying to help him out. It's quite a lot. So Beastmaster, he decides to build a Vanguard, now going into Crimson, which is okay against the Phantom Assassin. I'm more of a fan. Let's say you're playing at the PL, so you get a lot of value from that item. Here it's okay-ish, 3 out of 5.
How much that does is
he's just tanking up for the team. Aura, Pipe, now getting a Crimson Guard. Roche will respawn in 11 seconds.
right.
Phantom Assassin almost has enough to buy a Divine Rapier. Might need to send the courier to the enemy secret shop.
Yeah, Courier
Why is it even called
to the
secret shop?
side.
Like, everyone knows where it is. Why don't we just call it a shop? Shopkeeper's shop.
Would you be okay with the secret shop changing positions every game?
So you're like, yeah, I need to buy some items from secret shop, but I can't find it. And then you like spend 15 minutes trying to find where it is.
I mean, if you're bad at looking, yeah. Maybe sometimes it's up in the top left corner.
That's too much RNG. Your secret shop is at the enemy fountain, so you're like, how do I get there?
Only specific areas. It's not going to spawn in the enemy's fountain. I mean, that would be rude, though. Although I guess theirs would then spawn in yours, right? If they were equidistant.
Well, maybe it's not a mirror. Whoa. Oh, they're actually escorting Phantom Assassin to via Divine Rapier. TP back, just TP back, and all good, because they're gonna get backstabbed. There's also a lane board from P1.
Toss themselves to Mars, they'll get the kill on KP.
What it takes.
Divine Rapier in the hands of Gabby. Going Ags next. No Mars
Dire don't look
for
too
44
scared.
seconds.
Radiant's
They
top
do
tower.
have
Radiant just
buyback on the Mars. I don't think they know that
Dire
Gabby has
structures
this
have worked.
Divine Rapier, but I guess there is the assumption that maybe you'd go for it. That just viewing out the game. Obviously, they were in this situation in the last one, and that's what they did.
It sounds like they're gonna back off. Oh no, it's a Divine Rapier.
Yeah.
We need to run back. Like, they still take the fight, but the supports need to be more careful. Eon Disc is available in Crystal Maiden. Try to proc it with one dagger. Let's see. She's being scouted out by a Hawk, so Gabby just blinks out back.
All that's happening. They've already lost the melee rack.
How
Stop.
long can Radiant's top tower
Shadow Demon
stick?
should probably be using offensive disruption on Braid King to get the AC aura for the team and the Radiant burn.
Searing Chains that comes through, as well as the Abyssal Blade. False Promise save for the Phantom Assassin. Slipping Dagger pops the Lincolns. They've got the lasso on the line. Looking back, the arena is down. They got the kill onto Zephyr. Don't get towards the rest. Phantom Assassin though stunned up, finally away with the BKB being popped. They got Zephyr. They pop the Lincolns again on Carl. They're trying to make a play here, trying to find something out of this more than just a Lion, but they've lost the range rack. Stifling Dagger all the way on a Carl. Doesn't crit,
Radiant's top
but he's
barracks are
slowed
under
up
attack.
quite a bit. However, already far enough away where they can't catch up.
They're also losing PA so quickly once she gets jumped.
Technically,
That's a bit problematic. They have one more fight. 2 set of barracks gone. Still Aegis for another 2.5 minutes.
the rune of regeneration.
Cuckoo, I believe one of those axes was spotted. Also the Necro creeps. They're coming over. Jackie almost catches a glimpse there. And Phantom Assassin really would like to get this Ags, but that's 2,600 gold away. I don't know if the Ags even helps enough. Gives opportunity, but still very tough fighting into this T1 team down 20,000.
Yeah, she's just going all in on the items. Bought a Divine Rapier. You mentioned that Aghanim Scepter, so that's gonna help with dispelling things. Slows, roots,
Radiant's
something that she
courier is
struggles
dead.
with.
Just
Still don't know if that's gonna be enough. Fighting into Aegis, Ember Spirit, who's extremely farmed, like Carl's out of control this game, only died once. This is like 55 minutes item on Ember Spirit usually. It's just insanely farmed this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
Now there's only one left to go. It's 2-3 bottom in the ranks. Trying to make it megas, and now we're looking for that lasso. Now on cooldown, it was a Lincoln's pop. They've got the X on the Phantom Assassin to do the damage. They've got the fingers well as the stun. The false promise comes in, but they've got the primal order followed up with the freezing field. They're right on top of this Phantom Assassin. Not looking good for Gabby. Trying to run. Was the heal enough? No, it wasn't. Divine Rapier on the deck. Continue forward. PA does not have buyback.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower is
Oracle's
under
holding Divine Rapier. Not for long. Steady. He drops. So does Armel. GG is called. 2-1 take the game, and they even up the series at 1.
Do Radiant long term?
The second Phantom Assassin to not work out.
Yeah, got there. Seems like teams figured out how to play against her. Had a lot of time to figure it out in the previous patch where she was picked most of the time with the Sven. So yeah, I think that one fight when they decided to go on a Raid King with the lasso didn't work out.